Holy Descent. There we go. It's nice. Infernal Cry. Hammer of the Gods. We'll attack with Ice Strike in the meantime and obliterate everything. Felt pretty good. Notice an energy shield pool has been staying pretty high. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I want. I want the tankiness. There it is. You see it? Do you see it? Do you like it? Yeah, so that feels good. Right there, that entire encounter, we were just surrounded, taking hits, the energy shield's recharging. I'm using Holy Descent to double my regen pretty much, and kind of heavy, and then get the heavy stuns going. Hammer of the Gods is ready. Combinations are happening. The vision is coming into view. You know, I like that. Alright, I'm trying to make an Armor Energy Shield build work that's a melee two-handed character. This is something that I think needs some work in the game, so maybe I'm just building it wrong. It could just be that the left side of the tree is just bare bones and not done because druid and templar aren't in the game. Regardless, we're trying it out. So, Zealot's Oath. Excess life recovery from regeneration is applied to Energy Shield. Energy Shield does not recharge. Okay. So Energy Shield does not recharge, meaning something like Energy Barrier, where Energy Shield recharge begins immediately and is not interrupted when stunned, does not work. So we have life regen, okay? So I have life regen on my belt, 21.5, 5.4 on the boots, 32.7 on the armor, 19.4 on the helmet, 13.9 on the ring, 17.8 on the other ring. And then we took some nodes. We're Titans, so we get the hulking form. So I've got these ones here while stationary. These are all 22%. I've got some other ones here, 15%, 50%, 50%. And then we've got stand ground. You gain 1% while stationary, 1% with an ailment on you. And then there's a couple right here for regen, 20% increased life regeneration, 0.3 for max life. While stationary, we got 375, while moving 246. But I put Holy Descent on vaulting impact, so we have 595 when that happens. Time of need is important here because it will give us 500 life every 7 seconds because I have fast forward on. And that keeps our life capped so that the recharge is always hitting the energy shield instead of our life for the regeneration. So what I'm trying to do here is make, a two-handed melee build. I think the two-handed melee in the game for maces feels really bad. So like if I take a mace out and try to attack, here's my attack. Okay? Right? If I use something like this unique that has 59% attack speed when it's corrupted, this is what it feels like. And that's pretty good speed, but look at how clunky it is to move with it. So that's why I've opted to just get a big damage two-handed Aegis Quarterstaff. One, this has block chance on it, so that helps us a little. Also, this does over 600 physical damage. So if I use this, you can see that my speed on it is not like a Invoker Monk, right? Where you have tons of speed, but it is a little bit more in line with something like this, maybe. And this unique, I got this off a Rogue Exile, so it's corrupted already, but look, 59% attack speed makes this feel okay, So that should just tell you. Now here's my strong two-hander with over 600 damage on it with 3 to melee skills. Here it is. Yep. And so this has 688 physical damage. My Quarterstaff is 627. So here's the 627 Quarterstaff using Ice Strike. It just feels better. So that's why I'm promoting that. I think two-handed Mace Strike, this ability right here, should feel a little bit more like Ice Strike. It should have 3 attacks to it with a little bit different animation. It doesn't have to have the twirl at the end. You could just go, and it should be about as fast as Ice Strike. And you should get the little bit of a step like you do with Ice Strike. The dash, it should be a little bit in there, I think. And it would make two-handed Mace Strike feel really cool. So I do have Wind Blast, I have Staggering Palm, and I do have Vaulting Impact. And all of that together, so I can go like this, I can do this, get Holy Descent for regen, and then I can Staggering Palm, Heavy Stun, Hammer of the Gods. That's kind of the idea. Blasphemy with Enfeeble. I just find that I can't out-sustain the damage without this. So I probably just need better regen gear to get my regen even higher. You know, that would probably help. But so far with Enfeeble, it kind of makes it feel all right. And then we've got, you know, I showed Ice Strike already. Infernal Cry, Herald of Ash is kind of what we're using. All right, so we're level 80 map. The only mod is 70% increased magic pack size is what we've got going on here. Here we go. Okay, we've got Hammer of the Gods ready to go. So let's just cast it and just see how it does. Nice. So, like, Warrior just feels better using the Quarterstaff, you know? Like, it just does. Like, for actual melee attacking and stuff, it just feels so much better to use these kinds of attacks. Okay, so in the standard, I do have, like, all of the boss nodes done. So this guy's going to have a ton of life. I do have Bell here for bosses too, but I'll try Hammer of the Gods and see how it does. I mean, it was like okay. So let's see here. Let's switch over to Bell. Consume Rage. We also have Font of Rage. And okay. Let's try the Bell instead. Yeah. So here's our Holy Descent for a little more regen. It stunned me out of it. So you can see the regen's working, you know? Like, I'm just kind of tanking the dude. Thing is I'm like running out of mana. I'm like out of mana flasks, which sucks. Okay, so level 80 map, and we had all of the boss nodes on this crappy two-handed Armor Energy Shield build that tanked him very well. So, okay, so the time of need was Zealot's Oath and Holy Descent. Not a bad combo. Also, you do need like weapons with almost 700 damage on them to make it kind of work. Okay, here's an irradiated boss map, level 80. Increased Faradun monsters. We'll just see how this one goes. We'll see what the boss encounter's like on this, if we can tank him as well. We'll start off with Hammer of the Gods, and then we'll probably have to go to our passive tree to pause the game and then equip Bell instead, you know? So the idea here is, though, how tanky are we? You're right. With Holy Descent on a boss that has all of the Atlas nodes unlocked. Whoa, that does a lot of damage. What kind of damage is that he's doing? I don't know. Okay, Hammer of the Gods on him. I'm having to resort to my main attack, my basic attack, because we run out of mana pretty quick. Alright, so Holy Descent just adds to the tankiness, but even there, when he wasn't hitting me a lot, I was still tanking hits, you know? There we go, we got it again. Oh, he interrupted it. That's pretty frustrating. Let's try again. Wow, we're slow. So those enemies that are around him are helping with some of that ignite that hits him. Holy Descent. Here we go. And aftershock happened, and he's gone. Alright. Felt a little constricting being stuck in this corner fighting him. I guess I should have... It would have been more fun to fight out here also. This thing being in the way was annoying. But, yeah. Okay, so you can see that tanky-wise, I think mission accomplished, you know? Alright, so let's just go over all the skills and gems now for anyone that is interested in the gear and everything. In depth here. Ice Strike, 19 gem. Quality, of course. So we got Primal Armament, Close Combat, Concentrated Effect, more attack speed, martial tempo, and rage. Staggering Palm. The quality on this one gives you 40% chance to blind, which is kind of nice. Impact Shockwave, so you get an aftershock when we heavy stun. That's cool. Trigger an explosion when we break armor. 50% more damage on low life. And break armor with heavy stun. Blasphemy with enfeeble. Like I was saying, kind of need this. And to tank better so our regen stays up. Precision for more attack accuracy. I was missing sometimes. With that on, I'm at like 100% for all my attacks. And then magnified effect. Vaulting Impact does have aftershock with quality. So we put on more aftershock chance here. With the ascendancy node right here, that's 25% as well. We're at a 70% aftershock chance. You can see right here. 70% chance to aftershock with this. Holy Descent, this is part of the build. We're using this to achieve that. We get 35% more melee physical with heavy swing. And then I just put Lightning Infusion just because when I threw it on, it just added like 1300 damage, it said on the DPS. So I just threw it on there. Okay, and then sometimes we can shock if we hit hard enough with Vaulting Impact, and then we'll do more damage. Time of Need with Fast Forward gives us 500 life every 7 seconds. So that keeps our life capped so that our energy shield keeps recharging. Wind Blast, the reason it has all the sockets or supports is because I was using it on a different build. But anyway, knockback distance with quality. We've got Overpower for stun, Ruthless for 500% more stun on the 5th hit. Accuracy, because you lose accuracy when you're further away. I don't want to miss. Long Shot for more damage, and then we've got Inspiration for less cost, because mana is an issue. But anyway, that will give us our Prime for stun. Hammer of the Gods here, and then sometimes I do use the Bell instead, as I showed earlier. So Hammer of the Gods, quality is the impact radius. Hourglass gives me a cooldown, but 30% more damage. I feel like the cooldown is negligible when you have to build glory in order to use it in the first place, so that's not bad. Rage Forge for 35% more damage. It consumes 10 rage. 40% more damage when you break armor. And then 30% more maximum physical hit with heft. Infernal Cry, we've got Raging Cry, so we get rage with the surrounding enemies when we use it. Premeditation, 50% more damage. And then I did do Fiery Death. Enemies ignited by supported skills have 60% chance to explode on death. I don't know how all of that is interacting with all of the Staggering Palm stuff where we explode fully broken armor. Do they both go off? Does one go off and not the other? I have no idea. So Armor Explosion on Staggering Palm, Fiery Death with Infernal Cry, but then there's also an explosion on Infernal Cry, and then there's Herald of Ash. So can anyone explain to me what the order of operations is? Do they all go off and just do more damage? I don't know. I was hoping that they all just kind of happen at once and just kind of all blow up. But I don't know. Okay, gear. Here's the Quarterstaff. The block chance is nice. 627 damage. The Corruption gave it strike range, which is actually really, really nice. On swap, we just have this for our Hammer of the Gods. 3 little melee skills. It's got life regen. It's got 485 accuracy, which is kind of nice because Hammer of the Gods can miss. And then 688 damage for this. Okay, here's a ring. It's got regen. That's basically why I picked it. It had attack mods, regen, and res. Same with this one. Attack mods, regen, some res, and we need stats, strength, and intelligence. This one has just stats. It does have huge armor and energy shield increases. 56% armor, 60% energy shield. And then a little chaos res, some fire res. I took initiative, so 30% melee when I'm full life. We are in full life a lot. 16% increased attack speed if you haven't attacked recently is like not great for a melee build, but the first hit is faster. So like if I just get there, that first hit has a little bit more attack speed on it. I don't know. It's not a great annoying. It was super cheap though, so that's why I did. Okay, this also has regen, 40 lightning res, rarity, life mana, 320 armor, 110 energy shield. This has 150 energy shield with a corruption of 3 to maximum lightning resist. So we do have 79 lightning res, 76 fire, 62 cold with this cold charm with 300 guard on it. And these guys are trying to kill me while I'm doing my showcase here. You can see that they can't really hurt me actually, which is cool. So they can just hang out. And then we have a belt. This is from the old patch, so it only has 1 charm slot, but it has everything I needed on the build. Like look, life, mana, armor, cold, lightning res, corrupted with a fire res, and it's got 21.5 regen. Gloves are good. We got attack speed, dexterity, melee skills, fire damage, and then armor, energy shield. Okay. That's it. All right, so conclusion about the build, and then I'm just going to put in some footage of just more gameplay, okay? With commentary. So anyway, here's my final thoughts about what this build is like so far. I think that this side of the tree over here is just completely unfinished, you know. Bottom and left need a lot of work. This is the best armor energy shield build that I've made tanky-wise. Damage is a little lacking. It's okay for me having so little damage nodes on this character. Like, I think all my damage nodes are right here. And that's it. You know, everything else is like regen, armor, energy shield, armor, energy shield, armor, energy shield. We have some more energy shield here. And I have some jewels with some, like, rage, some jewels with some attack speed, energy shield, a jewel with some more regen and armor. So like we have 67% armor, 0% evasion, 13% block, which is kind of like a little bit of evasion if you think about it. 79 lightning, 76 fire, 62 cold with the charm, and then 44 chaos. And our tankiness is like okay when we have this. You saw when I was fighting the bosses, I actually tanked the heck out of the bosses, which is exactly what I wanted. Enfeeble right now is necessary for it to kind of work, unless maybe you had way better rolls on all the regen. So I think that, like, it's so high investment right now to make an armor build that's tanky and do mediocre damage and be super slow at mapping. That's just the way it is. Like, my evasion energy shield characters are faster, stronger, and tankier, it seems like, all at the same time. So I guess, like, if you could get the regen even higher, then you could probably give up more of your energy shield maximum and then get some more damage nodes, you know? But I don't know. I just wanted to have a big life pool. That's what I've been harping on, is like the life pool not being big enough for a lot of armor-based builds. So with this one, 5,500 energy shield, 1,800 life, 1,700 life, it feels all right. You know, I'm not getting one-shot by stuff. So I guess, like, mission accomplished for what I was trying to do. And the only way I'm able to make up the damage at all is just having, like, good supports, enough links, and weapons that have almost 700 damage on them. Alright, so now I'll just show more footage of just playing, just in case you're curious about what that looks like, I guess. And here's hoping that Druid and Templar come to the game with a lot of cool skills and new supports and skill synergies that make them really, really viable. We're so slow. Okay. But you can see there's ground effects everywhere. Guys are doing cold damage, and I don't have cold damage capped. I have a charm, and if I run out of those, then it's not capped. Okay. So that was, you know, pretty hectic. We're super slow and everything. And it was okay.
ancestors! Steel yourself!
Okay, here's a Rogue Exile. Oh no, he didn't die, okay.
Carry his name. A gift from my ancestors.
We almost died there, but that's okay. That was probably because of the chaos damage. We do more damage against broken armor, so there we go. another rare. I'll stand in the middle of this. Okay. We lost a lot of energy shield by standing in the middle of that. Whoa. That's a lot of elemental damage on that. 221 lightning, 78 fire, 139% elemental damage with attacks. Oh boy. Okay, this Asmiri Spirit stuff. There's poison all over the ground, which is crappy. Hammer of the Gods. There we go. The Staggering Palm actually makes me a lot stronger. It adds a bunch of damage. It scales with gem levels, so I got 2 on here. And I do have Execute on it, so that once I get that too, it's just like my damage just goes way up as we wear them down a little. Gosh, I can't even get the freaking thing off. Still can't click on the shrines either. So annoying. It's like they were supposedly fix that, and I can't do it still. Like it won't let me click on it. It's so annoying. I actually, unpopular opinion, I think shrines are just stupid. I actually don't even like them at all. I think they should just be removed. Because even when you get a good one, like if you get the speed one, well then your character feels really fast and really great, and then it wears off and you're reminded of how slow the game is. So here, I'll click it off. Just like, I don't even like the shrines. I don't like that they can kill you either. It's really stupid. Yeah, so my Hammer of the Gods wore off because I didn't get any glory while I was running over here. I don't really like that. I feel like if you build the glory up, then why not just let you keep it, you know? Ugh, that's nice. Did it go? No, I got interrupted. I thought they changed that too so that you couldn't get... Or no, I have a cooldown on it, that's why. Okay.
A gift from my ancestors.
Holy Descent, all that. Nice. And so what once again, what I'm simulating here is like, imagine a Templar or Druid type build that is Armor Energy Shield using a two-hander, okay? 67% armor, 13% block, 5,500 Energy Shield, 1,800 life. With Holy Descent, our regen is almost 600, okay? Which is going directly to our Energy Shield. And the Energy Shield, whoa, temp chains, dude. That was crazy. And the Energy Shield is able to be recharged all the time because our life is always staying up because we have Time of Need. We get 500 life every 7 seconds with Fast Forward.
Feel my wrath.
Here we go, Hammer of the Gods, this dude. And we'll start attacking again. And so I mean, this is obviously slow. I know it's slow, all right, but I kind of like this like feel, like I like this concept of I'm tanky, I have a pretty big life pool, you know, and I'm able to kind of really come in with hard hitting moves, less of them and not so much quantity of attacks. It's more just like each hit. Damn, dude, that's hurting me a lot. Get that Holy Descent going. There we go. Oh, that was an explosion there of chaos damage. I think that really hurt. My chaos isn't capped, so that kind of sucks. I keep forgetting to use Infernal Cry on those guys. He's stun resistant, this dude, so I can't get it. Doesn't matter. Holy Descent. There we go. It's nice. Infernal Cry. Hammer of the Gods. We'll attack with Ice Strike in the meantime and obliterate everything. Felt pretty good. Notice my energy shield pool has been staying pretty high. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I want. I want the tankiness. There it is. You see it? Do you see it? Do you like it? Yeah, so that feels good. Right there, that entire encounter, we were just surrounded, taking hits, the energy shield's recharging. I'm using Holy Descent to double my regen pretty much, and kind of heavy, and then get the heavy stuns going. Hammer of the Gods is ready. Combinations are happening. The vision is coming into view. You know, I like that. So, basically, though, to make this work, you know, you just need a weapon that's got 600 to 700 damage on it. The block chance is kind of nice too. There are block chance nodes here that are just general block chance, like this: increased block chance, 12% increased block chance, or like this block chance. That would all work, but this one, for example, is equip shield, so that wouldn't really work unless, I don't know, does this categorize as a shield? It doesn't. I know it doesn't. Never mind. So you could get those and just get the block chance up on a Guardian Quarterstaff. Here's maybe a suggestion, dude. GGG. Maybe the two-handers need some block chance built into them, yo. Okay. Like this. Imagine if this thing had some built-in block chance as an implicit, just like the Guardian Quarterstaff does. It's cool that the Aegis Quarterstaff or the Guardian Quarterstaff is unique in that way, that's implicit. But I don't know. Maybe the skill itself needs it, like Mace Strike. Like I was saying, I wish two-handed Mace Strike. I wish two-handed Mace Strike did work a little bit more like Ice Strike, and then maybe it also should get like a 12 to 14% block chance built in. You know, I'm just saying it feels, the way I have this set up is kind of like, it feels pretty good for the two-hander. You know, and look, it's not overly fast. It's still kind of slow, like how the maces are supposed to be. You know. All right. Oh, let's get that dude. Oh, see, we didn't get Hammer of the Gods still. All right, Infernal Cry, Vaulting Impact. Sick. Man, the mana cost still. I have 1,200 mana. I'm still getting low on mana. I just feel like using this. There we go. Get the aftershock because we do have. I did take these nodes for the slam effects. 25% aftershock, and then slam skills are ancestry boosted. The second one you use, vaulting impact, is a slam skill, so it does get the aftershock. Vaulting impact does have 20% chance to cause an aftershock with quality, and then I put 25 here, and then I got the Titan ascendancy node, so our aftershock chance is 70% with vaulting impact, and we do use that a lot to get our regen with Holy Descent.
Face me.
99 quantity boots. Whoa, dude, I'm like totally stuck. Here we go. Still we're able to tank, which is important. That's the only point of this. The only point of this build is to be a two-handed melee tank with regen, you know? Got the aftershock there, that was cool. Also, vaulting impact should really be able to clear things like this. See how I can't jump over it? Like leap slam I would be able to. Ice shot can do that now as well. A lot of the leaping attacks can all clear stuff. Vaulting impact cannot. They did mention in the patch notes recently that that was on their radar though. So I really wish they would fix that. Vaulting impact alone could use some buffs as well, I think. I mean, it's like it would be cool if they took some inspiration maybe from the spear skills and it could like absorb ground effects and then, you know, slam them down and do extra damage. Oh, I heavy stunned the guy without. Oh, there we go. We'll finish him off with that. Oh, dude, he did his own on me. It seemed like we tanked the hit. Okay, and so what I want to say, though, too, is that this still is not as tanky as my Evasion Energy Shield Infernalist. You know, with Ghost Dance, it's still not as tanky as that. And that build is way faster and stuff, too. Like, it feels really good to play. Ugh. Nice.